So, picture this for a second. I'm sitting at my digital piano, right? I've got these brand new Bluetooth headphones on, and I try to play this big, dramatic C major chord.
Oh no. You use Bluetooth for live music. That's a classic rookie mistake.
Right, exactly. Total disaster. Because of the lag, it wasn't a chord at all. It came out as this like weird, messy sequence of notes, just sort of plink, plunk, plunk.
Yeah, that tiny delay completely ruins the harmony, doesn't it?
It really does. And that exact feeling of, lag breaking a shared reality. That's basically the perfect setup for our deep dive today. We're looking at this mind-bending paper by Michael Timothy Bennett called Spacetime Bounds on Consciousness.
It is such a great read. It explores how the literal speed of information in the universe dictates, well, the maximum physical size of a conscious mind.
It's wild.
Mm.
But hey, before we get into the heavy math, speaking of fast, seamless connections, this podcast is sponsored by Embersilk. Because, whether you need help with AI training or automation, integration, or even software development, they've got you covered.
Yeah, if you are uncovering where agents could make the most impact for your business or personal life, you really should check out embersilk.com for all your AI needs.
Absolutely. So getting back to Bennett's paper, he uses this brilliant musical analogy that really stuck with me.
Yes, the chord versus the arpeggio.
Yeah.
What's fascinating here is how he frames the whole concept of a unified mind. He asks, does consciousness function like a chord, where all the ingredients activate and interact simultaneously?
Right, like your vision, your hearing, your thoughts all hitting at the exact same time.
Exactly. Or is it an arpeggio, meaning do those events just happen sequentially, one after the other, without truly interacting in that single instant?
Okay, let's unpack this, because if we operate under that chord theory, it implies there is a strict mathematical speed limit on the mind, right?
That is exactly what it means, because consciousness requires integrating all these different sensory inputs into one single unified moment. The data from one part of the system literally has to reach the other part before that specific moment expires.
Oh, wow. So if the physical distance between two, processing nodes is too large, the signal just can't cross the gap in time.
Right, they basically end up trapped in separate present moments. So the math dictates that the physical diameter of any conscious system simply cannot exceed the speed of its internal signals multiplied by its time window for integration.
Wait, really? But if that's the absolute rule, then what about massive distributed systems? Does that mean giant cloud-hosted AI data centers or even ant colonies aren't single conscious entities?
That is the direct consequence of this math, yeah. I mean, giant AI data centers process information incredibly fast, obviously, but they do it sequentially, in separate stages across vast distances.
So the data doesn't interact simultaneously at all.
Exactly. Under this framework, they cannot form a unified conscious moment. And the same goes for sprawling biological systems like, ant colonies. The chemical pheromones they use just move far too slowly to synchronize the whole colony.
The lag is just too great, like my Bluetooth headphones.
Exactly like your headphones. But the human brain, well, it operates right within this mathematical sweet spot. The speed of our neural signals, combined with just how compact and dense our brains are, it allows us to continuously strike that simultaneous chord.
It's honestly a testament to incredible biological engineering. We are, perfectly optimized for our current physical size.
We really are.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The paper doesn't just stop at limits. It points toward a highly optimistic future for brain-computer interfaces.
Oh, really nice. Because if we connect this to the bigger picture, when you understand these specific space-time bounds, you realize they can theoretically be stretched.
Like by engineering ultra-low-latency neural links.
Exactly. Humans could directly expand their unified conscious moments. By utilizing these ultra-low-latency BCIs, we could seamlessly and safely integrate with AI to vastly boost our cognitive potential.
Which would just redefine what the human mind is capable of.
Completely. We'll be solving problems on a scale we can barely even imagine right now.
That is just incredible. And it leaves you with this final provocative thought to explore. If we eventually build neural links fast enough to overcome these space-time limits, could two individual people physically link up to experience a single, unified conscious moment?
Now that is something wild to think about.
Something to mull over as you go about your day. Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.